Hello, my friends, hello, and welcome once again to Stately Vaughan Manor. And today, it's another thrill-packed episode of my 100 Favorite Books project. Yes, I wasn't going to do another one of these so quick, but then I remembered, you know what, I've got 100 of these damn things to do. I might as well get on it, so 2 of them this week. But today is an exciting one, because today we're going to be talking about The Maltese Falcon. The Maltese Falcon by Dashiell Hammett. The Maltese Falcon, which was originally serialized in Black Mask magazine. It was serialized in Black Mask starting with the September 1929 issue. And I believe the novel came out in book form in 1930, I think, if I'm remembering right. I probably should have written this down. It was selected by the Crime Writers of America to be one of the 100 greatest crime novels of all time. I did write that down. Yeah, it came in 10th. The Crime Writers Association ranked it number 10 in the top 100 crime novels of all time. So it's an extra fancy novel, and I have chosen, or need to choose, an extra fancy edition. So with my project, I made a list of my 100 favorite novels. I'll link it down below like I always do in these videos. And the books on that list, I'm going to choose one edition, the best edition I can find of each book on the list, and that'll be my edition. I'll get rid of any extra copies or any extra editions I might have. I will unhaul them. So I've got two competing editions today, because I have a Franklin Library edition and a Folio Society edition. You know, the Folio Society, they're always extra fancy. So I've got two competing editions today, and I have to choose which edition I'm going to keep and which I'm going to unhaul. So let's see, which one will I keep? Which one will I unhaul? So I'll show you both real quick. This is the Folio Society edition. This one was published in 2000, the year 2000, so it's old. It's 22 years old, almost. So yeah, The Maltese Falcon, published by the Folio Society from 2000. And I've also got this one. This is the Franklin Library edition of The Maltese Falcon. So, you know, which will I choose? Which will I choose for my edition, and which one will I unhaul? I have to get rid of one of them. Which one will it be? So, this one I acquired a while ago. And this is the Folio Society. Let's check it out and see how it stacks up against the Franklin. First of all, this is an older one, and so the case is not perfect. The case has some edge wear, but it did its job, the case, in that it protected the book inside. The book inside is pretty much in perfect condition. So this is the illustration on the case here. Inside, this is what the book looks like from the Folio Society. Pretty simple end papers on this one. This is the title page. And the illustrations in this volume are done by David Eccles. And so there are illustrations throughout this volume. And they all kind of follow that kind of format for the illustration. A larger illustration, an inset illustration, a little piece of text done up comic book style. And so that's how all the illustrations are in this volume. They all look like that. Let's see if I could find any others. I know there are a few of them in here. Yeah. So that's pretty much how they look. The book itself, how it's constructed, it's the Folio Society. So it's constructed about as well as a book can be constructed. Really nice This thing's 20 years old, but you wouldn't be able to tell. It's in perfect condition. Just wonderful shape. These books from the Folio Society, I have to say, really hold up, and that's an example of a chapter heading. So that is the Folio Society edition. The Franklin Library took a different way to do it. This is the cover. That cover, I think, is just magnificent. These are the end papers to the Folio Society, for the Sam Spade. This is the Franklin Library of Mystery Masterpieces. Has a note from the editors there, and then the title page, and that is the title page there. And in this edition, it has some illustrations in the beginning of the book that are all from the film, the classic film starring Humphrey Bogart. Has a bunch of images from the classic Humphrey Bogart film. Humphrey Bogart, as you might be aware, look at that. Humphrey Bogart is my favorite actor of all time. Of all time, Humphrey Bogart is my favorite. An amazing actor. And those are what the chapter headings look like. So I've got two different editions, both extra fancy pants that I've got to choose from. Now this book, The Maltese Falcon, is of course an incredibly important mystery novel. It is one of the greatest mystery novels ever written. An incredibly important book as far as hard-boiled fiction goes, and just American fiction in general. Hammett influenced a lot of writers. A lot of writers were influenced by Dashiell Hammett and the Dashiell Hammett style. Really interesting book, the way it was written. It's a mystery novel featuring Sam Spade, the morally ambiguous Sam Spade, who is a detective. He's got a partner. Spade and Archer is their detective agency. And they take a case that isn't what it seems to be up front. Sam Spade's partner is murdered. Sam Spade is actually suspected of being the murderer, and he has to find out who killed his partner. Meanwhile, he has another mystery that's all wrapped up with the Maltese Falcon that he's got to solve, because it's all wrapped up together. It's a really interesting book, especially the way it is written. You don't get into any of the characters' heads. So everything is done through the action of the characters. You never know what's going through Sam Spade's mind because he doesn't let you know. The author doesn't let you know, Dashiell Hammett. And so it's all done through the actions of the characters. The dialogue is excellent. It was so good that when they made the film, the classic film, they kept a lot of the dialogue straight from the book, which is one of the reasons that movie is so good. It sticks really close to the book. So yeah, important book. And now I've got to figure out which one of these am I going to keep. Well, this, as you might have guessed by now, looking at the two of these, is not a difficult decision. First of all, I kind of hate this edition from the Folio Society. I think the art choice in this is just a bad choice for this book. Even the cover illustration, which is not that bad for the case, it's just okay. It's just, there's nothing particularly interesting about the composition of it. I could do a composition like this in a thumbnail, in 15 minutes, and it's not the best artistic choice for a cover. And the actual artwork, I know we all have our opinions on these things. I just don't think it's that great. And the interior artwork, this isn't even all that hot, And the interior artwork, I'll be honest, guys, I think it sucks. So I think the book is put together beautifully as far as the construction. the Folio Society, usually they're really, really good at this stuff like that. Maybe they were a little different 20-something years ago, but I really think that they made a poor choice with the artist. A lot of the artwork, I mean, aside from just the style of the art not being all that great, I don't like the kind of comic booky look. And it all seems like just so, I don't know, kind of bland and just kind of not that exciting. I'm just not thrilled with it, you know. I'm not happy with this artistic choice at all. So while the Folio Society should have knocked this out of the park because they're the Folio Society and they usually do the best job at everything they do as far as books are concerned, not so much. Franklin, though, I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. I mean, it's just so classy. There's the back, the spine. You got the spades there for Sam Spade. I mean, it's just wonderful. And just the design of the whole thing. I like the title page. I love that they put this in there. Of course, my favorite actor is featured prominently. So of course I like it. But just the whole book is just really, really done really, really well. So, of course, this Franklin Library Edition from 1987 is the winner. Easily. I mean, it's not even a competition, really. So, yeah. Fail. So anyway, so I will be keeping this. I will be unhauling this. I haven't decided how I'm going to unhaul it yet. This is worth some money because it's the Folio Society. So if I had half a brain, I would sell it. But, you know, I might only have half a brain. So I might give it away in a giveaway. Who knows? Who knows what I'll do? I haven't decided yet. Let me know what you think I should do with it. I think my mom already has a copy of this. Otherwise, I'd probably send it to my mother. But I'm like 90% sure she has the Maltese Falcon. I'll find that out. If she doesn't have the Maltese Falcon, I'll send it to her. But otherwise, we'll see. But yeah, Franklin Library, this is the winner. This is going to be my copy of the Maltese Falcon, one of my favorite novels of all time. Okay, that's all I have to say about it today. Tomorrow I've got something different. Tomorrow I will be talking about February fantasy stories. Going to be talking about the book that I read for week 3, which is Dark Fantasy. I'm going to be talking about Carl Edward Wagner's Cain. And I'm going to be talking a bit about the character and the author, Carl Edward Wagner. Sunday, I'm probably not going to be around. I know, the Sunday Penguin is going to be gone again. Sorry, guys, but I'm going to be going back to the Rustic Vaughan Lodge with its terrible, terrible internet connection. So, what do you do? Okay, guys, I will catch you next time.